What is going on, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by Galadon Gaming for a little surprise Clash Royale episode. Now, what I mean by surprise is, let me set this up for you. It's brand new, league reset. I am level 13, maxed out, and of course, we're all reset at 3,000 trophies, so I'm going to find myself some lower level players like this guy who immediately starts crying incessantly, crying like crazy. Of course, I would too. Facing somebody 3 levels higher, I probably would even try. So props to these guys for at least trying, for giving an effort and not just giving up and quitting, turning off the iPad or the phone and coming back in 3 minutes or so. Now, I did roll right through his first right lane tower, but it was after this where I was definitely caught off guard. And really, I was only saved by the fact that I am 3 levels higher than this guy, that all of my cards are so much more powerful, even the towers are. But he comes in with the Lava Hound Minion Balloon deck. And this is one I'm seeing more and more of recently, and I haven't really taken it that seriously. The Lava Hound, look how slow, how incredibly slow that guy is moving. He's pumping, I don't care. I'm actually just rolling through smashing bases like this. I even ignored it and went after his King's Tower with the Hog Rider and the Goblins. But check out that Lava Hound and the Balloon. They are moving in. His minions have stopped my Hog Rider just barely, but they did. And guess what? Say goodbye to my right tower. So I didn't have a big streak going right now, so otherwise this definitely would have ended it as he annihilates my tower. No more 3-0 for me. And the Hog Rider Balloon Minion Horde, definitely a powerful combination, especially if you're not bringing a deck that is focused on stopping something like this. And he's even making me sweat my King's Tower down to below 2,000 hit points. He's got all these defenses set up back there. He's got the cannon. He's got the elixir collector. I throw him a well played. But again, just the level disparity gives me the win. And I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, because otherwise he would have won. He definitely would have beat me. I was careless. He came in and rocked my King's Tower down to well below half health. And I had to actually sit back and gather things in before I went for that final push. Got the Hog Rider through the cannon onto the King's Tower. One shot, battle over. But again, shout out to the level 10 player. Great job by XY Forever. Now, this next battle is against a level 11 player, and really, I should be steamrolling players that are 2 levels below me. Check out the huge hit point difference on the towers. Obviously, my tower's doing more damage. My card's much higher level, and part of this we have to chalk up to carelessness. I'm just counting on swarming these guys with these maxed out high level cards, and every now and then I run across a player, well, like I said, who isn't going to roll over, who doesn't think that a 2 level difference means they're going to lose for sure, and they put up a solid fight and sometimes do way better than I ever expected. Now, early on, this guy did manage to stop me from taking the tower with the Hog Rider. I did get a lot of damage in, but the way this battle has started, like so many other battles at the beginning of a league reset season, I'm just not taking these guys seriously, and that is a big issue for higher level players. When you see a lower level, don't necessarily just consider you're going to walk all over them. You never know, because again, like I've talked about in the past, one deck may be set up ideally to stop another deck. There's always a deck that's the perfect counter to yours. No matter what deck you have, you will find decks that just work out really well against yours, and the idea is not to face them, or at least have a deck that can face them down more often than not. Now, this guy obviously is trying very hard. He's got the elixir collector out in front. He's trying to protect this right lane tower, and he drops a golem down in front. That also surprises me to see the golem at this point. Level 6, but nonetheless very powerful, and the poison spell effective at slowing down the Hog Rider, doing lots of damage right there. And my smaller units not going to do well either. Hog Rider never gets to the tower. Take out the elixir collector, but again, I get no damage on that tower, and we're nowhere near finishing this battle as we go down to the last 60 seconds. Yes, it's double elixir time, and that is where golem decks tend to shine. He is focused again on not letting me get that tower down. I'm going to start to take him a little bit more seriously here, but at the same time, this deck really not ideal against a golem deck. I'm still counting on just overwhelming him with the Hog Rider. Gets in there, drop the freeze spell. Looks like I should be able to get this tower down, but yes, okay, so we get one tower down, and we're ahead 1-0 with only 30 seconds left. What can he do? He can't possibly stop me here. We're going to stall out this golem. He drops the poison spell down there. That's going to get rid of the small units. I'm going to try to drag the golem away. He gets the cannon out of the way. That was kind of a foolish move there to put the golem's cannon distractor way up there on the other side of the river. Easily countered, and as time counts down, the golem makes it to the tower, but so does the mini P.E.K.K.A, and he takes my tower down. He has tied this up with 5 seconds remaining. I am tied with a level 11, and suddenly, yeah, I'm kind of squirming. I'm not so comfortable in my chair. The cocky Galadon not feeling so good when another golem gets dropped on my side of the river. I am starting to shrink up and pucker a little bit right here. Not happy about this. I have to focus on defense of all things against a level 11. I am indignant. This should not be happening. What have I let come of this attack, of this battle? This has definitely not gone my way, and we are down into the last 30 seconds of this battle. And he's got a full health King's Tower, a full health other tower. There's really no chance. I make a last desperation effort to try to get to his King's Tower. It's not going to happen. This guy was not about to let me 3 him, and it actually turns out he's going to make me force this into a tie. I can't finish him off, and the level 11 player is going to drag this one down to a draw. So shout out to that player there from Club Only for grabbing a draw against a maxed out level 13 player. I know, I'm foolish. What can I say? So let's move on to another surprising replay. This one against Saint Kitos from Apostles' Creed. And this one surprised me for a slightly different reason. This guy's got maxed out common level cards. Yes, he is a level 11 player with level 13 commons. Now this can happen, but obviously you have to be very selective about the cards you are upgrading, and because of that, he's not going to be able to run a lot of different decks, but he does have a maxed out Royal Giant and a maxed out Barbarian, and that makes my life a lot more difficult. Now this battle did come after that earlier 13 versus 11 draw, so maybe I'm not quite as relaxed and as overconfident as I was earlier. So I've got to sit back and actually start to elixir pump. I've brought a deck that I don't often use either. I was just playing with lots of different decks. That's one of the nice things that I can do early on in the season, is just experiment with different combinations, different cards, different decks. And here comes Sparky. So Saint Kitos has the Sparky Royal Giant deck. Now, of course, I am going to get his left tower down pretty quickly here, but Sparky, she's on her way. And really no laughing matter. If Sparky is well deployed, you've really got to work to counter it. Now, of course, I do have the Zap spell and the Freeze spell, 2 ideal cards for countering any Sparky, and it works out really well, eliminating that first Sparky very, very quickly. But once again, this guy's got maxed out commons, so I was just really surprised by that, to see the maxed out Royal Giant, to see the maxed out Barbarians. Now, I have managed to switch over and take down his other tower as well, but really the only advantage I have in this battle right now is the towers doing more damage, having more hit points on my side, because this guy basically is matching me card for card as far as level, because we both have the same level Royal Giant. I, of course, do have the maxed out Epic Freeze spell, but it's been nerfed, and I have a slightly higher level Elixir Collector. So he's coming at me again with Sparky, and we know that he's probably going to try to stack the Royal Giant up in front this time and get to the tower. So I send a Royal Giant off the other side, and rather than worrying about this tower on the left, I'm going to let it fall and focus on ending this battle and getting the 3-crown win, because I knew he pushed everything down that left lane. He does get the tower easily, and I've got to do something to try to counter that Sparky Royal Giant combination. In the meantime, my Royal Giant doing some great work on the other side, and it's going to finish the battle off. But it was a well-fought battle from a level 11 player, rocking level 13 commons. So it does remind me of the old saying that goes something like, when you face a lower player and you move in for the kill, remember that it's possible he has a lot of skill. Lower towers are much weaker, but don't fall in just one hit. If you get overconfident, you'll end up in a pile of troops. Alright, thank you guys again for stopping by. I appreciate your time. I hope I made your day a little bit brighter. I know you make mine brighter. Thumbs up if you would like to hear more sayings from the old sayings book that I have. And until tomorrow, get out there and make every attack a full attack. Where is that book?
Golly gone. You didn't do so well in high school English now, did you?